Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the live stream again this morning. That morning bell just rang off for us, and we have the SPY kind of down a little bit. I will say it's down in pre-market, but we're just approaching that low of yesterday, so it's not like it's down in an overly amount or anything like that. Look at the SPY, though. It is starting to point back up a little bit here at open. I'm a little bit curious today if we're going to see the market start to come back up a little bit, or if we're going to break down below that low of yesterday and keep selling off. In my mind here, I'm thinking we've had two major gap downs in a row. At some point, we're going to see some type of green come in. Now, it's not like we're going to see anything explosive, but I feel like we might see some green and come test 415, 416, something like that could be, I think, in the cards. Do I think that's necessarily the play right now? Maybe not. But what I'm going to do is just sit here, watch the SPY. If the SPY does break that low of yesterday, then I think it could be like an all hands on deck situation to the downside. But look at Apple today at open. Apple's actually turning around quite well, which is very interesting. Apple has some green at open. I'm glad to see that. There we go. Yeah, Apple's coming up a little bit, up to 168, which is decent resistance for them. We'll have to see if they can continue to help the SPY push higher this morning, but there's the SPY kind of following along with good old Apple there. I will say, I even see that BBBY is leading my watch list today. It's up around 4.9, almost 5% now on BBBY, which is very interesting. Let's see the percentage over here. Right there. It's jumping, but it's staying between like 4.5 and 5% right now. Looking pretty good so far this morning. Lots of stocks are up, which is good to see, especially compared to the past few days. Poor Zoom is down 13. Oh my gosh. Wow, Zoom went even lower than I thought. Dang, they gapped down again today. Wow. That's a terrible drop for them with those earnings. Oof, that's a tough one there, guys. There's Disney though popping back up. Disney looks pretty good on the intraday chart. On the daily, it doesn't really look too good, honestly. It still looks overbought. But, you know, on the intraday chart, we are starting to get some green coming in today. Lots of stocks are actually up into the green, which is interesting. I can see like Chewy's up there. Coinbase is up. DraftKings, nah, they're not really up a much. What about ZOM, CVX? Ooh, look at the oil plays today. ZOM, CVX. Ooh, those things are on fire. What about Oxy? Ooh, there we go. Those are the stocks. That's pretty awesome, guys. Oxy's popping back up again. There we go. They were actually falling down a little bit yesterday. I thought that with that news of Buffett buying all the shares, they would start to fly back up a little bit more, but they ended up not really doing all that much there. Let's see. We're in a housing recession. Let's see. I'm actually looking at getting a house. So maybe this is good for us. Ooh. Yeah, this is interesting. They're saying like the market shifting into like the buyer's favor, which is interesting. Let's see. Homeowners are still in a very comfortable position. What about sellers? Buyers may encounter a more balanced market. Hmm. There's more of a chance that buyers will see normal buying experiences. Less competition, more likelihood the sellers will accept offers that come with contingency, such as the buyer must sell their own home first. We're seeing contingencies be accepted, and that wasn't happening. We'll probably see a more balanced market. Yeah, they're saying that the days of too many buyers chasing after too few properties are over. So, interesting. That is interesting in its own right, but yeah, I appreciate you guys joining up today. Neighbor Jay says, good morning, guys. It's been a while. SM says, morning, Tom. Will the rally hold today? We'll have to see. The oil rally's holding. Let's see. SPY does look like it's doing pretty well. I think that SPY and the market might end up popping up a little bit this morning. I don't think that it's necessarily going to fly up enough to really justify any trades, though. That's the issue. You know, like we have to find some good intraday movement. We might be able to do that if we see SPY breaking out or something like that today up above maybe like 414 or 414.15. That might be a pretty good area to watch. But I don't think that it's going to really necessarily translate into an amazing day trade or anything like that. It just doesn't seem like the market is really moving too much. I feel like it's going to be more flat than anything else today. But I appreciate the question, SM. And as always, I hope you're having a great day, everybody. Keisha, M, E, George, Mike Chang, Bill W. Appreciate you guys. Xbox says, good morning, Tom. I finally pulled the trigger and bought a Gerson Regard and Springfield Saint. Nice, a Gerson. A Gerson is like an off-brand 1911, right? Let's see, Gerson Regard. I think it is. Okay, nope, I'm off. It's an M9. Okay. That's what it is. It's like an M9. That's cool. That's awesome, man. I love these guns. I'm glad you picked these up. That's cool. I've heard of these quite a bit, these Gersons. I thought they were 1911s though, but M9. That's sick. And the Springfield Saint, he said. Let's see what that is. Springfield Saint. Excuse me, guys. Yeah, nice. Like both of them. I think they're badass. That's cool. Awesome. Hopefully you can have some fun with them, Xbox. I know that those ammo prices are getting awfully high right now, but I'm sure it'll be okay. Did you get a chance to get out with them yet? That'd be fun. Yeah, Keisha says Zom, though, with some money signs. Yeah, for sure, Keisha. That thing, look at that. 97.15. That is just on fire right now. I cannot believe how much the oil plays are flying up today. They're honestly flying up so much that it's pretty tempting to play this, but it doesn't look, you're getting so overextended so quickly. It's hard to justify an intraday play from this. I will say, though, if you can get a good entry today, I feel like maybe somehow getting in on a dip on this could be great heading into tomorrow. I think you could really maybe catch some good moves back up, and I think that would be a pretty good way to go. Elliot says, good morning, everyone, Tom. Calls or puts on Zoom. Let's see. Calls or puts on good old Zoom. They're sitting right around like 84, 80, something like that. Not too bad. It says calls or puts on Zoom. Wow, that's a tough one. It's down so much. Oh. It's down 13%. I mean, I'd have to say calls because it just seems like calls are the way to go at this point. Intraday, I feel like this stock could come back up a little bit. It's just, honestly, it's not a play for me, Elias. This stock is just so crazy today. Just wait for it to maybe start to move back up and then maybe look at some calls is what I would do. But overall, though, it's a scary one. I feel like maybe trying to chase like momentum on like some oil stocks or something Might be a little bit better, but still not even the best there. I'm kind of looking at some of these banks this morning, like WFC, Bank of America, JP Morgan. Stocks like that, they were kind of popping up a little bit this morning. Now they're pulling back slightly. I'm curious if it'll be a good time to maybe get in on a slight dip buy here on a secondary move up. I feel like that could maybe be a good way to go for some of these stocks. And that's probably what I'm going to be eyeing up right now over the next day, is probably something with like JP Morgan here. Do I think it can definitely still go down? Yes. But I feel like with all the selling pressure the past couple days, we might see just some like little pops back up. Maybe that'll be a good thing to happen with like AMD, Nvidia. Those two stocks are also stocks that I have been looking at in that type of sense. Yeah, that AMD doesn't look bad for like an intraday pop back up maybe either. None are necessarily my favorite, but like remember on Friday we saw SPY early in the morning and I was like, wow, SPY, there we go, you know, and I ran into SPY, grabbed the puts right away, you know, it looked really good. We're not getting that anymore. You know, this type of market is not, it's not quite as easy to read, if that makes sense. The price action is more of all over the place. Like even yesterday, let's look at market open on SPY. Like obviously the SPY went down a lot yesterday and it could have been great for some intraday plays, but let's go look at it and see why it was a little bit difficult. So like look at this, we start selling off. This is a 1 minute chart. So within 2 minutes, we pretty much hit that low. Then we came right back up, fell back down again, but then came up again. And the issue was we never really saw a continued sell-off until that big move under like 415.80 there, where we did see continued moves down. But other than that, it was more of like just 2 to 5 minute increments of, you know, downtrend. And that can be good, obviously. It's just it's very tough to get into those scalps and trade them correctly. Whereas like last week on Friday, you know, the market gap down, it popped back up a little bit heading into open. It just set up very well with that pop back up and everything. Whereas like this week, you know, it's not popping back up. It just slowly but surely kind of selling back off, and it just makes it a little bit harder. But here's the SPY today, obviously falling back down now, approaching that low of yesterday. I think that Apple puts is honestly the way to go here, guys. I really do. Yeah, I think that Apple puts are the way to go. Let's see the daily chart. Yeah. Let's see. It's so tough with all my lines here. There we go. 2 big red days. Looks like the start of maybe another one here today. It's tough. Apple's at a bad spot. I believe, though, that we are going to see more selling pressure here. That's too bad, though. The market, I was hoping maybe for a bit more pop today, but it seems like, in my opinion, I still see us kind of like falling off a little bit more. Let's go see what Apple's chain's looking like here today on the weekly. It's not bad. Let's see. Hang on 1 second, guys. I'm gonna eye Apple up here. Just got to get it all together on the other monitor real quick. Right here it is. Here's the Apple chain, guys. Let's eye this up a little bit. Let's see what we got here on the chart. If Apple breaks below 167, we're getting puts, guys. So it's happening if we break below. We're going to have the order all nice and ready here at these 167.50 puts here. We're going to have an order ready probably for 2 of them, I guess. Yeah, 2 of them, nothing crazy. On days where DraftKings is down, you know, you don't like to go too crazy, right? Let's see though. Okay, price two. Let's get that up here at the top. See what that looks like. Yeah, if we see Apple break below here though, guys, we are on like Donkey Kong. So let's hope it breaks. Honestly, I hope it breaks, but I have a feeling Apple's gonna be very volatile down here. Hey, Hunter, good morning. Thanks for joining up here today. He says tenders of the Thomas variety. Hola, senor. I like it, Hunter. That's awesome. Keisha says live trading. Yay, let's go. Yeah, there we go, Keisha. Thanks for the hype. George says ape is moving. Oh, I forgot about that today. Good old ape. Let's go eye that up, I guess. Let me make an alert here on good old Apple at 167, though. Hang on. I just want to say, let's see. We'll just do touching. Well, crossing, I guess. Whatever. Great. All right, cool. Hopefully we get back down there and I get a nice alert here sometime soon. But let's actually go to my settings and maybe see some of those alerts. Oh, I forgot they have an app. I keep forgetting to use that for TradingView. I actually have it. I just keep forgetting to use it. Oh. M says OPEC is probably to cut oil production in their coming meeting on September 5th. Nice. That's interesting. That's probably helping the oil stocks. You're probably right, M. That's a big deal. I think that the OPEC stuff plays a big role in... I used to be pretty big trading the oil futures pretty much non-stop, so I got into all that OPEC stuff with cutting production, and oh man, they would cut production. Sometimes they would start unloading their inventories. I mean, there's all types of stuff that they start doing, but good thing they're going to be hopefully cutting some production. I don't know, actually, that doesn't sound too good, Em. That sounds like oil price... It sounds good for stocks, but it sounds bad for gas prices, right? That's funny. Hunter says, I ran out of all my delicious Bang flavors. Oh, man. Your Bang flavors. No. What do you got left, Hunter? Is there only, like, bad stuff left? Like that peach one? I don't forgot which ones are good. I used to like that rainbow one. Trying to think of what that tasted like. Like a bomb pop, I think. George says ape's moving though. Let's go look at that again. Ape. Yeah, $7.08 right here on ape. Not bad. Not bad, not bad. Elliot says my Walmart puts seem far better than my Apple puts. Let's see. He said my Walmart puts seem better than my Apple puts. Well, yeah, right now Apple's starting to pop back up. It's holding that intraday support. Yeah, you're right, Elias. Look at that. Walmart's popping down. Retailers are having a little bit worse of a day. Yeah, Rainbow Unicorn. That's right, Hunter. That's the one. That's right. Rainbow. Rainbow Unicorn. That thing's so good. I cannot believe it tasted like the ring pop. I didn't think that was real, and it really tastes like it. And I loved that ring pop as a kid. I've done some inappropriate things with those ring pops, man. No, I'm just joking. Made me feel inappropriate, though. That's for sure. Oh, it's cool to see SPY, though, and Apple kind of holding those supports. Might be time to maybe get some calls now on them. I hate to say that, but it flipped around. I wish that Apple would just go down below my support, but I got a feeling it's going to stick up there. Yeah, those puts have fallen like 20%, 30% now in the past however long. Past like 2 minutes. Wow, yeah, Apple's really ripping off that low now. Man. It's tough to get into calls now, though. Maybe we'll have to look at like NVIDIA or AMD today. I feel like NVIDIA calls could be another good way to go. Watch NVIDIA, guys. Apple, AMD. I feel like we're seeing these stocks really turn around here. They held those supports in a very good way. Usually we don't see supports hold up that much. That's actually a really big hold of support, so. It's not bad. Drake says long meta calls. Let's see. That could be a good... Wow. This might not be bad here, Drake, honestly. Meta, if we start seeing the market pop up, I feel like Meta has particularly been one that has been falling quite a bit. So I think that's not a bad one, Drake. Honestly, I think you're onto something here, Drake. I think you might be onto something here. Might not be a bad stab. This is just such a tough market. It's tough to pull the trigger on that today. Let's go check that out, though, the meta chain. I bet the chain we can get some cheap stuff. Let's see. I hate to go this week, though. It is what it is. Let's see, get them calls for like... Get the 160, 250 calls for like $400. That's not too bad. They are this week, though. I will say, I think you're onto some, though. This thing keeps ripping. It'll probably slow down eventually here at some point, but that's kind of what I'm waiting for, because they all kind of ripped up, in my opinion, almost so quick it's hard to get entries on this. Let's see. Breaking 164. Wow. I think you're onto something there, Drake. I think you're onto something with this one. I'm going to wait for it to maybe move back down and maybe try to find a little bit of a better entry today. But, you know, if you're into momentum and you can catch it really quick, might not be a bad play. If you would have gotten it when you said it, you'd probably already be up, hell, 20% on some of these calls. Like, look at that. The stuff I was talking about that was 400 is already up 10%. So that's pretty good, at least. What a nice recovery, though. Good call there, Drake. I think that's a good, I think that was a good one. J Deep said, this morning I accidentally got into Oxy. Oh. J Deep says, I accidentally got into Oxy puts instead of calls. I honestly hate the Weeble UI. Yeah, I feel you there. I've done it plenty of times. See this chain? The left over here is the calls, the right is the puts. Man, I've messed it up so many times. I mean, obviously not like a ton of times, but, you know, probably like 5 times over the years. 5 to 7 times or something. Especially if you've been trading like calls all week, then you start to get puts, you're like, oh. But usually, you know, like it's very, very rare usually, though. I always catch it right away. Because I read the order very, very closely usually. But yeah, I feel you, J Deep. It's something that happens. There's actually, I know that there's like a lot of traders out there. They actually account for like 2 mess ups a year or something like that. I can't remember it, but like they're like, yeah, I like account for 2 mess ups a year, like in their math that they do. I guess, you know, like their math for their overall accounts and everything. Kind of funny, but yeah, they account for some mess ups. Makes me laugh. Drake, long meta calls. Let's go see how meta's been moving over the past 2 minutes again. Yeah, still doing pretty good. It's start to hit a top, I think, but... J Deep says, LOL, probably my second for this year, too. That's funny, J Deep. You're sticking right with the statistic, you know, it's alright. 1 or 2 mess ups, I guess, is, you know, human error. That's gonna happen. It'll happen sometimes. Xbox Fanatic says, when setting up options trading, what requirements are there? So, as far as requirements, I don't think that there's any, really, Xbox. I think that the only requirement is that you get into margin. I think that might be it. Other than that, I think that you're generally pretty good. You don't even have to get into margin, but you do if you want to, you know, get like level 2 or 3 options. But yeah, whenever you're setting that up, there's not really too many requirements. If you just want to buy calls and puts, it's pretty easy. You just go to a website and set it up. Like here, let's try it. Let's go to Weevil and try it. Oh, I was hoping that it would do something else. Yeah, let's just go to TD Ameritrade options. All right, here we go. Yeah, if you're gonna do this on like TD Ameritrade Xbox, you would just go to like you would go to Google like I did. Then you would just go to here. You would open up a new account for options, and then you would pretty much just get it going. It's not too hard to get in. They do try to make you like answer some questions and stuff. They'll usually always give you level 1 options though. The issue is that you'll need like level 2, level 3 options to do some stuff like selling some certain puts, or for example, if you want to sell naked calls and stuff like that, you might need some better um, levels of options trading, which like I said, it comes down to knowing the margins and stuff like that. I'm glad that they don't give you level 3 or anything right away, but in the beginning they don't really give you too much. Like all you can really do is buy and sell calls and puts. That's pretty much it. I think you can also sell cash secured puts, but that's all because it's cash secured. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Honestly, you just sign up. You just tell them. They'll ask for like, do you have any experience? Honestly, it's probably best to probably like, if they say, have you ever traded options before? You generally don't want to say no. You know what I mean? So I'll just leave it at that. Yeah, there's a lot of people out there that suggest you might want to up the, like if they say have you been trading for 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, you might want to go towards 5 or 10 rather than 1 or 2. JD says, plus my second router didn't work, so I had to restart it. Messy, unprepared morning. Oh man, my second router didn't work. You have 2 routers? That's pretty interesting. I only have 1. If you have 2, does it like give better signal or something? That'd be cool. Yeah, here comes Spy back down now. Here's Meta. This is why playing that breakout was tough. It's just that breakout was good, but after we saw it, it could have been a very quick scalp. But other than that, you got to let these things go quick in this type of market. J Deep says if Spy gets the 5-minute candle here, I'm getting puts. Let's see. If Spy closes red on the 5-minute, let's see. Oh, okay. We'll see. We'll see, J Deep. This is funny. SM says rally is fading. Yeah, it is starting to fade. We're having that market open volatility, I guess you could say. It's definitely starting to fade, though. That's for sure. It's not looking too good here now. Fading down. Not what you'd want. Xbox Fanatics says it's most likely a catch-22. No experience in options trading. No trading options. Can't get the experience without the opportunity. LOL. Exactly. That's it. That's exactly what it is, Xbox. And once you start getting into the more advanced stuff, then it starts getting really annoying. Like overly annoying whenever you can't, you're trying to like for example, like do a certain spread or something, and like you can't, like you can't close like one leg of it or something because then you're obligated for the second, and there's all types of weird situations you could get into. And yeah, it sucks. Especially like with selling puts, because if you have a different broker, a lot of times, like if you use like Tasty Trade or somebody like that, sometimes you can get some better I will say like some better margin requirements. So like sometimes, for example, like a TD Ameritrade, I might be trading and they might, if I want to sell cash secured puts, they might make me put up like almost all of the capital or all the capital, for those puts. Whereas like Tasty Trade, they might say, well, this cash secured put's only gonna hit $300 of your margin or something, and that's a big deal. Whenever you're getting like a $3,000 position only hitting $300 on your account, that's a big deal. It's honestly really good. But they realize that you're probably going to be smarter with the options and probably let it go. Plus, they probably make sure you know what you're doing. But yeah, just let me know what stocks you guys are looking at today. We'll probably still look at some more stocks like that. Let's go try to find my watch list here, see what's going on. SPY is still just going all over the place. We've got some green coming back. Now the red is quickly coming back in here today. What does Apple look like now? Let's see. Apple. Oxy's still going. Apple's still dipping back down. Let's see my watch list, though. 7.57, 5.36, 3.66. XPEV is down 10%. Zoom's down 12. LI, AMC, Twitter, Baba, EA, they're all down today. I feel like that rhymed somehow. Now I'm scared. Yeah, wow, Baba had a big sell-off at open. It's actually a pretty bad sell-off for Baba at open. Wow. Yeah, just mainly those oil plays are going up along with commodity stocks. Like X, which is US Steel, stuff like that. But yeah, look at that. Azam just kept going. Like, what the hell? Sheesh, guys, that is insane. Xbox says, can you bring up a heat map on the market? 100% I can. Let's do that. FinViz. Let's check that out. I guess we won't do FinViz. We'll do Trading Views heat map. All right, here we go. So here's the heat map of the market today. Pretty much the tech stocks here are mostly unchanged. If they're gray, it means they're pretty close to even. So mainly tech is really unchanged today, along with banks, mostly unchanged. Looks like the healthcare stocks are down, which is interesting. They're down quite a bit. Health services is down. But energies is up a lot. Everything dealing with energies is up. Energies and minerals, it says. Yeah, this is cool. Huh. Yeah, this is nice. I mean, to see all these stocks still doing well. Elias says, my eyes are on the Oxy $69 puts, September 9th. Yeah, it's probably a good way to trade it now that they're so high today. I feel you there, Elias. Puts probably are the way to go here. We're starting to even see Oxy pull back a little bit, which obviously that's even better for puts, so interesting. Very interesting there. What else is there, though? What about LLY, Eli Lilly? Another bad stock down. J Deep says my internet main line was put way far from my room. Yeah, that sucks. That's bad to hear though. I know that can be a pain. I've had that happen before. So I'm guessing that that second router kind of helps you get some better, I guess that kind of helps you get better signal in there. I don't know. Yeah, that heat map today, though, looks pretty crazy, Xbox. You know, everything's pretty much unchanged or red besides the oil plays. Let's refresh this. Yeah, mostly everything's unchanged. Let's see how Apple and Meta and those tech stocks are doing still. They're going really flat down here. They're just not breaking out, but they're not really falling off either. There it goes, though. We got some good green coming back into Apple, actually, on the past couple minutes. If only it could hold up now and maybe start to really break out. That'd be nice. That would be cool to see. Let's see if Oxy's still looking good for you, Elias. Yeah, it's still actually looking pretty good. Yeah. It's still popping up a little bit, but we're not necessarily breaking out yet. We already had some pretty big breaks today. We're up 5.7% right now. We'll have to be curious to see where this one ends up later. J Deep says, I got TP Link power line Ethernet adapter hooked into the walls. Give me about the same speed as the original line. Wow, that's cool. I'm glad that really helps, J Deep. I've always been curious about those, if they really worked or not, so that's cool that they work. Nice. Go check out some of these big retail food chains like McDonald's, stocks like that. Let's eye those up real quick. Ooh, up around highs again with good old Mickey D's, McDonald's, Wendy's. Wow. I want to get everybody's opinions here. I'm gonna make another poll, like we've been doing the past couple days, guys. So I'll throw it up here in just a second. But here's what I want to show is that, you know, we have the SPY here starting to fall back off. I'm curious if you guys think that the SPY over the next few months is gonna start to fly down back to around lows, or if the SPY is going to start to, you know, slowly but surely recover back up. I would definitely be curious to know everybody's thoughts about this. I'm going to throw it into the poll again, kind of like we had yesterday. So here, I'll type it up real quick. All right, here we go. Here's the question. There we go. Sent it off. Yeah, I'd appreciate it if you guys would answer the poll, though. I think that'll be a pretty cool thing. The SPY is all over the place, so yeah, just let me know your honest thought in the poll. If you think it's down, then then you think it's down. If you feel like the market's gonna fly back up, then vote for that one. I appreciate it, guys. Drake says Nvidia might break out past my resistance line. Let's see, Nvidia. I hope Nvidia starts flying back up. That was one of the ones I was looking at this morning with AMD back up. I have a resistance up here pretty close to like 175, Drake. So it's kind of interesting to see Nvidia, starting to move back up like this. Very interesting. Up to 174.25. Where's your resistance at, Drake? Let me know and I'll look at it. That poor Nvidia today, it's flying up. I can't believe how bad this thing has been looking though over the past couple months. It's got like a double top going on, a lower high. Even though it's up today, I don't necessarily feel like it's going to be up multiple days in a row, but yeah, there's Apple again. Apple went flying back, made a new high again of the day. That's funny. The thing just keeps going. Has these little stair steps to the upside there. J Deep says miss grabbing Meta 162.50 calls at $4. Now it's back up to 450. Oh yeah, it is. Yes, there it is. You're right. Damn. That was looking pretty good there for a while. I remember Drake called this earlier. It was looking really hot. Yeah, you're right. We did miss that. I was just so much into Apple. Let's go see, yeah, the Meta. Yeah, you're right. Up to 450 now. That'd be up over 10%. George says Tesla is popping. TSLA. Let's see. Tesla. Wow, that is a nice pop, George. A really nice pop. Thanks for pointing that one out. That's a hot one today. Especially over the past 10 minutes here on the chart. Wow. Yeah, up into that 885 resistance. That's huge level for Tesla there. I wonder if we'll be able to break out above that today. That is a pretty big level here. See how many times Tesla's bounced off 885. Oh yeah, plenty of times. It's pretty big. Wow, yeah. Spy's really coming back to life here, though, guys. The poll is very mixed, guys. Please give me the votes if you haven't voted yet. Check out the poll in the chat. It says Spy hold and break back out above 432 or Spy fall under 390 to lows. Obviously, I guess I could have added another. Maybe I can add another. Nope. I was gonna try to add another, I guess I would say choice, saying like maybe like SPY holds around 400, but oh well. If you guys don't think it'll do either one of those, then just don't vote. But yeah, guys, definitely check out the vote though. These polls are pretty cool, I will say. They've been pretty fun to watch over the past few days. Just check them out. They're in the it's in the chat. George says DraftKings is testing your day trading note, Tom. Let's see. DKNG. Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It got really close. Yeah, I probably touched it. Yeah, it did. Got really close there. Popped out for a second. Honestly, I kind of like that play today. DraftKings doesn't look too bad for calls. Look at the way it's moving on that 1,000 SMA. Starting to move above it now, which is cool. Kind of like this little setup here. I'm looking for this red candle now that's popping down to maybe hold here somewhere. The issue is that I have so many shares of DraftKings that it makes me not want to buy calls. So I have so many shares that it's just like, oh, calls on this is kind of bad for me, but let's see. So right now we have 7 votes. It's about even, guys. About even. Just don't forget to vote. If everybody votes for calls, I'm buying calls. If everybody thinks the market will go up, we're going to have to get some calls here. Keisha says, I don't think SPY will fall to 390, but I think it will retest around 400. Yeah, that makes sense, Keisha. That makes sense. I would hope it does that too. That's pretty close. I'm hoping though that we don't fall back down on this daily chart back out towards lows, because here's what I'm looking for on this daily here of the SPY. I'm a little bit worried that we're going to start getting back down to, 380s or retesting somewhere down here, and I don't want that to happen, but I wouldn't be surprised at almost at the same time if it did. I'm just, I'm curious what everyone's take is, because the SPY was in a pretty bad downtrend there for a while. We could still be in an overall downtrend. Like this pop-up doesn't mean that we're in the clear. It could very easily be this last pop-up that happened in March. We popped up and then flew right back down. That's kind of like what we're looking at right now, actually. I did notice is doing quite well today in the stock market, guys, is Kraft Heinz, or KHC. Check Kraft out. This is actually a pretty interesting little setup here over the past couple days. I feel like this could be a good stock here for the long term. I really like Kraft, guys. I know that it's not everybody's favorite, but I feel like this will be a solid one to just buy and hold for a while. It's just so solid. Wow. I will say there is one stock lately that's been making me second guess my life is Intel. Is Intel. Oh my gosh, Intel has been getting destroyed here this year. Wow. You know, I was very worried for Intel once it fell under its key support at 44. I was very, very worried, but I did not think it would get this low. Wow. Really selling off. I'm actually, I think I'm about to let my Intel shares go. No, I'm just joking. I'm thinking about letting them go and getting Kraft, though. Honestly. Kraft's a tough buy, but I feel like it's pretty safe. Pretty steady. I know they went down a lot. They were going through a lot of issues back in the past there, but... I got one day to get in for the X dividends. Ooh, that's tough. Yeah, Xbox. I love Intel. It's one of my favorite stocks. I'll probably rebuy it. I feel like it's not going to do anything for a while, whereas Kraft might stabilize or slightly go up, or at least Kraft will pay a dividend for a while. I'm probably going to cut it here and try to see what we have. Because I really like Kraft. I feel like that's a stock that is just... I feel like it's been a while since Kraft has gone up, obviously, but they are like due to recover up a little bit at least. I know it probably isn't everyone's favorite position, but I'm still not getting in though. Kraft even has some like lower highs, double tops going on here on the daily. A little tough. I don't think it's really worth selling Intel for it. Intel's been investing a ton in the United States. Hopefully, honestly, I hope Kraft pops up a lot. Then I can sell Kraft and then buy Intel even lower after I sell Kraft. Then that would be perfect. That would be the perfect way, I think, to go on this one. But there's no way I'm letting... there's definitely no way I'm letting Kraft go. Intel I've traded a few times the past couple years, so I'm not too worried about that one, but Kraft I want to keep. Xbox says, just look at Tesla and woo, let's go Tesla, let's go, yeah. I mean, hey, it was doing pretty good. It tried popping, it came back down now, though. Yeah, let's check out that 1 minute chart. Yeah, it hasn't really... It was popping up a lot earlier, but now it's slowed down a lot up here at that big resistance we had posted. It slowed down a ton, so... Yeah, this is a tough one here with Tesla. Probably, at least right now, it's probably going to keep popping back down a little bit. There's SPY coming back. Let's see what else we have coming back. Apple, Meta. Ooh, Apple doesn't look bad, guys. It's kind of bouncing off this 1,000 SMA. It has a little bit of like an intraday dip here. I kind of like it. As long as these stair steps continue, but we'll have to see what happens. Everything is starting to pull back down a little bit now. Today's a very tough day. Look at all this crazy movement here. I will say, guys, the past 2 days, I have not liked the market's movement. I've been waiting for some big moves, and they've just not played the way that I've been, like, waiting for. Hey, I'm glad I waited, though, and didn't just randomly get in. So right now, we have 9 votes on today's poll. We have 4 minutes left in the stream, so guys, try to get those votes in if you want to, but yeah, we have fallback under 390 to lows leading the way here at 56%, and holding and breaking back out above $432 has 44% of the vote. So honestly, pretty split. I bet if one other person voted for the hold, it would even out. But yeah, very split. I'm interested because everybody's very split here. So I can't believe that it's that much split. You know, I would think that we would have more people leaning one way or the other, but that's interesting to me. That's probably why every day the market goes absolutely nuts. People never... I've noticed that in the market, people never have the same opinions. Never. It's very rare. The only time is like whenever Elon pumps the market or something. Then it's fine. But man, those oil plays are still up a lot. AI is moving back. There we go, AI. I need you to go back. This poor stock. Gotten crushed. Let's see what else we have. X, US Steel. US Steel. Looking pretty good. Everything's pulling back down now, though. Maybe Apple will hold here, but it doesn't look like it. I was hoping it would hold one at that 168 level. It's still up above there. That's a positive, at least. JD says, boo, boring market. Yeah, it is a boring market, actually, isn't it? Now the vote's 50-50. We have 5 votes for hold and break out and 5 votes for fall back down. So very mixed opinions, guys. I appreciate the votes, though. I think it's really cool that they have those polls and stuff like that on there. I think that's awesome, so I appreciate that. Keisha says, what do you think of CRM ahead of earnings? She says, I think it'll be good. Let's see. It's tough with the earnings. Salesforce. I would think that they could do pretty good too, Keisha. I like the sector that they are in, and their last earnings report went pretty well, so I would think they have a good chance to pop up, Keisha. I'm not too familiar with their exact numbers or fundamentals, so I'd have to do a deeper dive, but just offhand right now, I think they have a good chance to do well. Now, the issue is if the overall market keeps selling off and stuff, it might dampen it, so just keep that in mind, but that'd be my only main issue there. But I appreciate all of you guys today. Seriously, I appreciate the votes. I appreciate everybody talking about these awesome movements today. I know they haven't been the best, but, you know, we've talked about a lot of good stocks here, so I appreciate it. Xbox, J Deep, George, Keisha, Drake, Hunter, of course, Elias, Manoj. You have to teach me how to say your name, man. Then we have Neighbor J, SM, E. Appreciate all you guys, seriously. It makes my morning doing this stuff, so Thank you guys so much for joining up. As always, I'll be live again tomorrow at Market Open. Let your buddies know, or let anybody you know who trades or is into the market. That'd be awesome. But yeah, have a great rest of your day, guys. As always, I'll be in the Discord if you need anything. And in the Discord, don't forget to post those profits in there if you are getting any today. I will say, today's probably a tough day to trade, so hopefully we see some good profits. That would be awesome.